Good morning everyone. So today we will continue the same chapter and the topic is methods of representation of relief on the map. The Earth's surface is three-dimensional. All landforms features have length, width and depth or height. A map is a two-dimensional representation having only length and width. This problem of representation of height or depth is solved by using various methods of representation of relief. In the previous videos also I have told you that the Earth is spherical in shape, and in a spherical body, alright, since it is three-dimensional, so all the three aspects are there: length, width as well as the height. But when we try to show that spherical body, that is Earth, on a piece of paper, that is a map, in that case it is very difficult for us to portray. So we use different type of methods. Okay, so we will talk about some methods. So the first one is, which we will talk about, is Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss, this method was used in the past, however it is outdated today. Hotchkiss are the short disconnected lines which are drawn in the direction of slope. When water falls on the elevated area or hill, it flows in the downwards direction. Due to gravitational force, Hotchkiss are drawn in the same direction. So this is a method, this is a way of representing slope. Okay, if we have to show that slope over the topo sheet, so the older method, alright, today it has become outdated now, but you know that in past time it was used and it was called Hotchkiss. These were actually short disconnected lines which were drawn in the direction of slope. Alright, to represent a steep slope, thick lines are drawn close to each other, and for gentle slope these lines are drawn with wider spacing. Alright, like if the slope is gentle, then the short disconnected lines, that is Hotchkiss, will be drawn far from each other. And if the slope is steep, in that case the Hotchkiss will be drawn very close to each other. Drawing of Hotchkiss is difficult and a time-consuming job. These lines give us an idea about the elevation or depression, but the exact measurement is not possible. Therefore, this method cannot be used in the further analysis of the landscape. With Hotchkiss, it becomes difficult to represent the other details. So, since it is very difficult for us to draw Hotchkiss, because these are a time-consuming thing to do when we are drawing a topo sheet, that is why nowadays it is not used. Now we will talk about the second method. The second method is called hill shading. In this method it is assumed that the source of light is in the northwest corner of the map or the region, so the shadow of the mountain will be in the southeast direction. So while using this method, hill shading method, we actually use the shades, okay, and we assume that the source of light, alright, it may be the sun. You know that the period when we were using hill shading method, actually we were placing a lamp in which direction of that map? Towards the northwest corner of the map. Okay, and the direction of the shadow will be towards southeast direction. For that we were making a model of that region. Alright, a three-dimensional model of that region. The hills will be there, the farms will be there, valleys will be there. Okay, so that a model was drawn, small model. Then we were keeping a lamp, okay, towards the northwest corner, alright, in a dark room, and then we were seeing that how the shadows are falling. Alright, so this was used. Small size dots are used to represent the shadow. How it is drawn? We use small size dots. Shading is darker for steep slope and is lighter for gentle slope. If the slope is steep, the shading will be darker, and if the slope is gentle, then the shading will be light. This method of showing relief is also outdated. Nowadays it is not used. Now we will talk about the method which is actually used. The method which is used to show the height or the slope of a given region is called contours. What are contours? These are the imaginary lines drawn on the map to represent the height, slope and relief. Alright, whether it is a mountain, whether it is a hill, whether it is a plateau, whether it is a plain, whether it is a valley, whether it is a lake. Alright, so different type of relief features actually we show using the contour lines. A contour line passes through the places having equal height above mean sea level. So a contour line is an imaginary line which connects all the places which are having the same height from mean sea level. Okay. In this diagram, see this diagram? Alright. The height of the points A, B, C and D is 200 meter. You can see A, B and C and D. Okay, 4 points are there. So what is the height of these 4 points from the mean sea level? It is 200. You can see a red line is drawn. A, B, C, D are in a line and it is having a height of 200 meter. Like that, E, F, G, H, I, it is having a height of 100 meter. Alright, and the sea level is also shown. Like that, E, F, G, H is having E, F, G, H and I is having a height of 100 meter. J, K, L, M, N, O, P and Q is at minimum sea level. Okay, that is MSL. Now we can join these points having the same height above MSL, that is minimum sea level, by a straight line. You can see a straight line has been drawn, alright, which is connecting A, B, C, D. It is a straight line is connecting E, F, G, H, and a straight line is connecting J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. We have joined these points by a straight line. This diagram is the front view or the elevation. Okay, we can call it the elevation. Therefore, we observe that these lines are parallel to MSL. Alright, so these contour lines are actually parallel to, these are actually the lines which are joining all the places having same height, like A, B, C and D are having the same height from mean sea level, that is 200 meter. So a straight line is drawn to join these points A, B, C, D. If we look the same diagram of the mountain from top, that is from the sky, we will be able to draw contours in plane form. Okay, in the first figure these were parallel to each other, but in the second figure, as you can see, these are actually alright on the ground. Alright, it is in the plan form. The MSL will represent the height of 0 meter. Okay. Now let us talk about contour interval. What is contour interval? The difference in the height between two consecutive contour lines is called contour interval. In the above example, the contour interval is 100 meter. We have seen that it was EFGHI is having a height of 100 meter and ABCD is having a height of 200 meter. Okay, and JKLMNOPQ are at minimum sea level, that is 0. So 0 to 100, 100 meter difference is there, 100 to 200, 100 meter difference is there. So contour interval is actually the difference in the height between two consecutive contour. Alright. The topo maps which we will use, alright, which is given in our book also and which will be given in our exams also, the contour interval is always 20 meter. Okay, it is fixed 20 meter. Now let us talk about the advantages of contours. Proper representation of the slope types, accurate representation of the height, simple and easy method of representation of relief. Anybody can draw accurate contours once they understand the concept, and also it is less time consuming. It is very quickly this method can be adopted and we can represent the relief. It doesn't cover very large area on the map. Okay, therefore the other details can be represented along with the contour. So these are the advantages, alright, why we use contour lines. Alright, so in the next video we will talk about different more things about contour lines, and other methods how the slope or the height of different physical features are shown on a map. Thank you.